It's rivalry night across Yuma. Hello, everyone. I'm Scott Gross. It doesn't matter the sport. One could argue the Gila Ridge versus Cibola rivalry is the biggest crosstown rivalry in Yuma. In boys prep basketball, it was a must-get ticket tonight at Raider Gym. To Raider Gym with a big, energetic crowd on hand to watch head coach Joe Daly and the undefeated Gila Ridge Hawks taking on coach Dennis Ponder and the 4-1 Cibola Raiders. Late second quarter, Cibola up 9 at 29-19. Angel Mendoza finds Jordan Stevens near the left elbow, and Stevens connects. Hawks down 8. Stevens would finish the team with a team-high 20. 5 seconds left in the half. Sophomore Jaden Rivera gets the inbounds pass and nails a 3 at the buzzer. Hawks down 3 at the half. To start the third, Peyton Smith with the baseline drive, misses the shot, gets his own board, and then gets the putback. Hawks down 1 at 29-28. Cibola now down 1, and Jared Arias gets the hometown back into it with his 3 from the top of the key. 32-30 Raiders. Next possession, Cibola clamping down on defense. Chaz Bohanna with the steal, and the pass from his keister ahead to Jonah Ponder, who finishes with the right-handed layup and a fist pump. Raiders up 4. Cibola would win a big one at home, 57-42, and hand Gila Ridge their first loss of the season. Cibola is now 5-1 on the season. Moving on to the girls' game. It's the first leg of a crosstown rivalry. Make that the second leg between Anthony Gurge and Cibola and Lindsey Martin and Gila Ridge. Late first half, Mina Johnson hits Kaylee Holyfield in stride, and she makes the Hawks pay for leaving her wide open, knocking down the 3 ball. The Gold and Black up 22 at this time. Cibola's momentum continues. Holyfield misses the tray, but Rory Hoffmeyer gets the board and the bucket, widening the score between these two teams. More Cibola. Sierra Baumhauer is going to fire the pass down low to Hoffmeyer, who gets the quick layup. Lady Raiders well in command. Ridge, though, would fight back. Kayla McCarroll is going to lead this break, and she finds Belle DeCourse on the back door for the deuce, but too little too late for the Lady Hawks as the Lady Raiders cruise to a 61-25 victory. To boys prep soccer, and the wind and the blowing dust at Veterans Memorial Stadium is hot. Jesus Rojas and the Sidewinders matching wits with Alfonso Perez and the Hawks. Late first half, free kick in midfield by Cole Lancaster with the wind at his back, but the ball floats off target, sailing to the right of the net. Second half, San Luis with the wind and off the corner, the header Oscar Mejia stopped cold by Hawks goalkeeper Julio Fimbres, who had a heroic effort defending the net tonight. Stoppage of a barrage of early second half shots. The Sidewinders keep pressing off another corner. There would be some back and forth exchange in this one, setting up a mid-range blast by Arturo Rodriguez. But again, the wind carries the shot into orbit. San Luis, though, would come through with this one and win by a score of 4-0. To girls prep soccer with the Southwest Eagles and head coach Edgar Mendez at Doanfield to face coach Michael Moreno and the Lady Criminals on a cool night in Yuma. Midway through the second half, 3-1 Eagles. Crims goalie Malia Cabrera hits the turf trying to make the save, and the ball caroms to her right side, gathered up by the Eagles' Sarah Garcia, who finds the open net. Eagles up 4-1. Moments later, the Eagles' Lorena Marco with a long blast, and on the rebound, the Crim's Samantha Perez going to try to clear, but she knocks the ball in her own net. Oh, no. Eagles up 5-1. Yuma trying to keep it close. Perez on the throw-in. Brissa Martinez deflects to Star Marquez, and Star's shot is going to be just a little bit too wide. Now, watch the athletic pirouette around a defender on the attack right here. Whoop! And then Marquez flying down to set something up. Eagles, though, would fly to their third win of the year, handcuffing the Lady Criminals 5-1. More prep scores to pass along. The Cibola Raiders boys soccer team defeated Liberty tonight 5-4. The Raiders rallied from a 3-1 deficit. Osvaldo Fuentes had 4 goals. Luis Lopez scored the game winner for Cibola. That's all the time we have. We'll be right back.